theatre for me means freedom and just expressing yourself and just being on stage and losing yourself just in that moment.
In youth theatre you can meet really great people and make really great lifelong friends.
Well, Graffiti Theatre Company is the organisation that runs the youth theatres, and Graffiti Theatre Company is an educational theatre company, so it works solely for young people, which is probably why they're so interested in working with youth theatre.
Youth theatre is a space for young people. It's a space where they can create, it's a space where they can be social, it's a space where they can be safe. And it's a space that's always changing and responding to their needs.
I think Graffiti Theatre Company was very interested in having a youth theatre simply because we produce theatre for, by and about young people.
It makes absolute sense for Graffiti to have 2, 3 youth theatres, because of course that work is very much part of the work by young people, and then we also have a professional theatre company that creates work for young people, so it's an integral part of the work that Graffiti does in the broader context.
The members come from sometimes as far away as West Cork, and then they come from as closely as down in the village in Blackpool.
All the activities take place in the Graffiti Theatre Company building, which is in Assumption Road in Blackpool. So we have a studio space and a theatre space, so all the workshops happen within that space.
The programme for each youth theatre is a weekly workshop where they would work on their skills. And they would also work perhaps a little bit on making up their own scenes. They would also perhaps do some writing, depending on whether the play that they're going to do is going to be a scripted play or something that they put together themselves. Every year we would try to do one major play, whether it is devised by themselves or whether it is a script that they're interested in, and probably one smaller play, like a series of 10-minute plays, or perhaps short scenes that they've written themselves.
Youth theatre for me is like having fun, like everyone's smiling when you like walk in.
Youth theatre for me is about making friends and getting along with everyone.
Here there's no group, you're just accepting of who you are, and that's it. Like, you don't have to do anything to make yourself different.
Physically Fishy Youth Theatre is for 10 to 13-year-olds, and it is our youngest youth theatre.
And Physically Fishies are a real fun youth theatre. It's a very playful youth theatre. They have a great sense of imagination because they're 10 to 12. So a lot of the work that we would do with them would really focus on games and kind of utilising their imagination that they have.
The best bit about being in youth theatre is making new friends and playing lots of games.
Yeah, it's really fun. Yeah, and you kind of get better at speaking and you're more confident as well.
Speaking out to people. Yeah, my favourite thing is there's something different every week, so you wouldn't just be doing the same thing every week.
I think youth theatre is about being creative and being able to share your ideas with other people.
I think youth theatre is kind of like a big family.
Fish Tank Youth Theatre is for the 13 to 15-year-old age group, and it's focused on really providing a space that allows the younger youth theatre to graduate to the older youth theatre. So it's like a transition space, a space in between.
With Fish Tank, because they're quite used to workshopping, we're kind of building on the drama skills that they have already and doing a little bit more individual work with them. We like to work with them as an ensemble as well, but mostly it's about everyone building their own particular drama skills.
And I think it's really important that Fish Tank exists for that transitional space and is very, very aware of the transitions that the young people are going through, socially, academically, intellectually, and theatrically as well. So we try to always be aware of where they are in their lives.
My favourite thing about the youth theatre is when you do status work or improvisation, you get to be somebody else, and it's like letting your imagination go like wild, and you don't have to be careful about what you say. And it's okay if you mess up or if you do something stupid, because it doesn't matter, because everyone loves each other, really, like a big family.
Youth theatre is about freedom of creativity, freedom of expression and endless possibility.
Youth theatre is kind of about giving each other ideas and everybody gets a chance to voice their own opinion.
It has a major role in my life now and I love it.
Activate Youth Theatre is the oldest of our 3 youth theatres. It's for the 16 plus age group, and their work involves all kinds of different theatrical styles and ideas. They do a lot of devising of their own work, creating their own work, writing their own pieces, and they also do a lot of physical work. They're extremely creative and they're a very tight-knit group.
Activate, the programme that we would run, we would do a training programme for about 10 to 12 weeks, and then we would go into a production every year. They're very committed to the work that they do. They're a little bit more serious about it, so we do an awful lot of performances with them.
They're very able. And you can see that some of them may actually end up working in drama and theatre. Some of them won't, but I think for all of them it's a really important part of their lives at the moment.
Well, personally, I think I gained so much confidence. This is my 4th year here now, and like I started when I was in 4th year, and I just came along with one friend and I knew no one, but now like we're all really good friends and my confidence has built up so much. And like I'm doing drama now in college because of youth theatre. I love acting and just all aspects like writing and like even just voice work. It's brilliant. Like
you're not self-conscious. I think that's something I could really say that young people would like about youth theatre is you're not self-conscious there.
It's a great way to get started in drama as well, because like I know people now who would love to do acting but they just wouldn't have the confidence to actually like go to an audition or do anything like that. So it's just a really great way, by doing games and workshopping and like devising and all that kind of stuff, you really gain confidence, you gain a knowledge of drama as well.
I would say you don't have to have any previous acting experience. You don't have to want to do acting in the future. It's not just for someone who wants to be an actor. You know, there's people in college and they're doing law or arts or something. And I think it's a great confidence builder, and if you just want to make a new group of friends, it's brilliant. You never have a bad feeling coming out of Activate. It's just, you come out, after school, you're kind of like, oh, thank God school is over. But it's not like, oh, thank God Activate it's over. It's like, oh, Activate's over.
I think what they get is an awakening of something which is within themselves. And it is not provoked from outside. We give them the means and we give them the exercises, but there is something within them that is awakened by being a creative human being. And I think if you can't be a creative human being, if you're not allowed to, if somewhere or other along the way that's been stopped, you don't develop. You don't develop as a fully fledged human being.
I started in youth theatre when I was 14. I'm now 24. I got an interest in theatre and a passion for something that I didn't really have a passion before that. So if I hadn't come along to youth theatre, I wouldn't have gone on to study drama and theatre studies. I wouldn't have gone on to work with young people again. So it really got a huge, massive, life-changing experience from being in youth theatre.
Recently, I asked we asked them what do they want from their youth theatre. In all of the youth theatres, we just had this workshop. And one of the children said to me, what we want from youth theatre is the means to learn to say the things we need to say, and to say them in a way that people would be interested. And I think that's what youth theatre is. Youth theatre, the drama, and the use of the drama in order to express where they are as people is what youth theatre is. And it's always flawed. And there will never be the perfect youth theatre show. But the journeys that young people take when they begin to invest in an art and also find their own voice is what youth theatre is about.